So, und da sind wir wieder bei The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, The Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Wir sind im finalen Fall, im Fall 5. Und im letzten Fall, im letzten Part, in den letzten 2 Parts, in der letzten Aufnahmesession, ja, haben wir uns quasi eingelebt in unserem neuen Büro über Sherlock Holmes Suite. Und, ja, haben ein mysteriöses Telegramm bekommen, was bestimmt nochmal Relevanz bekommt. Und wir waren frühstücken mit Sherlock Holmes unten in seiner Butze. Haben gesehen, dass er eine Katze hat, beziehungsweise das ist die Katze von dem Mr. Natsume, von dem Angeklagten aus dem Fall vorher, von dem Anglistik-Studenten. Und ja, jetzt sind wir in der Pfänderei, in der Pawnbrokery, weil Sherlock Holmes tatsächlich seine Violine verwechselt hat in dieser Pfänderei, beziehungsweise er hat die da abgegeben und hat eine andere zurückbekommen. Und das ging natürlich nicht, deswegen hat er ist er wütend hingegangen mit uns und hat jetzt seine richtige Violine wiederbekommen. Und wir haben den Frontleier kennengelernt, der, wie heißt er? Der Windy Bank, genau, Pop Windy Bank 48. The proprietor of a pawnbrokery on Baker Street is regularly patronized by Mr. Holmes. He has a very great sense of responsibility to his clients. Genau, den haben wir kennengelernt. Und dann, als wir uns umgeschaut haben, kam plötzlich diese Dame in die Pfandleierei. Und wir erinnern uns, wir haben die schon mal gesehen, nämlich im 3. Fall, wo sie in dem Omnibus sich versteckt hatte, laut dem Mr. McGilded. Ich glaube, das war nicht die Wahrheit. Ich glaube, wir werden jetzt so ein bisschen was über den Fall erfahren, was da wirklich hintersteckte. Und ja, das ist so der aktuelle Stand. Es kam noch zu keinem Mordfall. Entschuldigung, ich muss nochmal mein Licht hier anmachen, hatte ich ganz vergessen. Macht eigentlich keinen Unterschied. Aber ja, das ist so der aktuelle Stand. Es ist 2 Monate nach dem letzten Fall, also wir sind jetzt seit 2 Monaten schon in London angekommen. Und ja, ich würde mal sagen, wir conversen erstmal mit ihr. Pawnbroker's Customer. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Straight. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well... I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear, that thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Ach ja, stimmt, der hatte ja so eine Disc. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Examine? Dann fragen wir ihn. Miss Lestrade's disc. Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see? For use inside a music box. In a music box. What, you don't even know what the music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. Fortschritt, Leute, Fortschritt. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music boxes, you see? British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money. I know it is. Was? He told me he did. He said it was, okay. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbrokers, won't you? Arg. Gina Lestrade. Ich finde Lestrade hört sich ein bisschen so an wie Lestrange von Harry Potter, die Bellatrix. Muss ich immer irgendwie dran denken. She's been in before, of course, this little Teta Demarian. I see. And bought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. A storage ticket? Ah, a storage ticket. So, Mr. Straight has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that it? Is that right? Also, sie wollte was wieder abholen. Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs stolen. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. Die Jacke oder was? Ah, okay, it's the overcoat that she redeemed, also die Jacke. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does it come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. New article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Mr. Straight brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean, die Disc war in der Tasche drin, oder was? What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Schon merkwürdig auf jeden Fall. Give it up, I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Mr. Straight, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me, old man, it's me, old man's, ain't it? Is it, Mrs. Straight? Yes, it is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please. Okay, Okay. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. Okay. What's your problem, eh? There's no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I've a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? Okay, was stimmt bei dem Typen denn nicht? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. Oh, hat sie ihn vorher bestohlen oder was? What? You mean I... from you? Broker. Yes sir? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Warte, was? Der Mantel oder was? Oh my! Hat sie den Mantel gestohlen? Now that's a lie! What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Okay. Also, der behauptet, das ist ihr Mantel und sie behauptet, das ist der von ihrem alten Mann. Also wahrscheinlich von ihrem Dad. The gentleman's accusation. Mr. Straight, is what the gentleman is saying. What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little wagamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear to God. Ach so, nee, sie hat nicht den Mantel gestohlen, was ja auch ein bisschen schwer wäre als Taschendiebin. Sondern das Ticket für den Mantel, was sie dann wieder abgeben kann, quasi. Damit sie das abholen kann. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these bag slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Good. Come along now, Mr. Sway. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? Muss sagen, wirkt verdächtiger als sie, ehrlich gesagt. I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence. Evidence that the article Mr. Straits redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Also da sein Buch da. Sein Logbuch. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh! I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. Okay, also braucht quasi nur ein Kennwort, um zu wissen, dass der oder demjenigen etwas gehört. Okay. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword. Interesting. Watchwords. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Well, there are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. Great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and the watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt. The article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With the watchword of Professor. Warte, 15. Februar. Das war also vor 2 Monaten, als wir gerade hier angekommen sind. Ungefähr. All perfectly correct information, sir. But ow! Really, this is beyond the joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Okay. Okay, jetzt ist Sherlock da nicht mehr. Dann sprechen wir nochmal mit ihm. Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the enquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we are from the Empire of Japan. We are studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. Bisschen diskriminierend wieder? You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps... Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before enquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Benedict. Nicht wirklich, ne? Eier Benedict. Oh Mann. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat. Return it at once, to someone with the style to carry it off. Grr. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I'll be watching you. Oh, nice. Das muss doch, ne? I can't stand watching him. Man, nice Reference auf den Song. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Oh Mann. Das passt doch gar nicht zu dem Hut. So, let it be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eier Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just cause I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the cold pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here's the disc for you. Was ist das aber auch für eine Disc? Also klar, eine Musikdisc, aber just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you are hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute. That disc is mine. Ah! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? Hat sie jetzt die Disc einfach geklaut? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my. Yes, there's blood on the disc. What? Wieso ist da Blut auf der disc? It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his fingers on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you take it. Me? If I hang onto it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Mr. Straight, why is this disc so important to her? The music box disc has been entered into the chord record. A metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. The piece of music, which remains unidentified, is stored on the disc by means of small protrusions. You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Ich würde sagen, wir gehen einfach, ne? Wir gucken uns erstmal die Disc an. Oh, was ist das? Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. For McGilded? Was? For McGilded, das ist doch der aus dem dritten Fall, der Angeklagte. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. Als ob. For McGilded. McGilded. It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruto. A name I shall never forget, for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? The music box disc information has been updated in the code record. Okay, und wir kommen scheinbar doch noch dahinter. McGildet, die Story geht weiter. Okay, for McGildet. The surname of the man whose innocence you secured in the trial 2 months ago, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, a trial I'll never forget. Not least because of the tragic accident that followed it, in which Mr. McGildet was killed. But why would his name be on this music box disc? I'm afraid I have absolutely no idea, but one thing seems certain. This surely cannot be a simple coincidence. Als ob da McGildet draufsteht, ich fass es nicht. Look at all the little bumps on the disc, they are so tiny. Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they plug the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Benedict. When Mr. Straight tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch your finger. Ouch, just thinking about it hurts and puts me off eating radish. Yo. Okay, da müssen wir erstmal Mr. Straight fragen. Wow, Mr. Straight is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Dann sprechen wir mit ihm. Als ob da McGildet drauf ist, was hat es damit auf sich? Look at those piercing eyes, he's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before the mysterious gentleman needs to fetch the police or something. Ja, aber was? Ich dachte, wir sollten mit denen reden. Look at Mr. Windybank, watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about, but somehow I don't really feel like this is the right time to be browsing. Calming this fraught situation must be our first priority, and I'm fairly certain that we can find just the great thing we need among the articles here in this shop. Okay. Ah. Sherlock. Herlock meine ich natürlich. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry, warst du jemals weg? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as he shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depth of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. Oh ja, kommt jetzt wieder eine große Deduktion. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder where my genius for deduction could be commoditized. How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Mr. Straight and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction natürlich. Oh ja, ich hab Bock. Well, Mr. Straight, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour late. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for.